with you. We are live with you.
Jesus.
It's okay. Listen,
Where's the screeching
Hi,
car wreck?
welcome.
hi. Let's do this one more time.
We gotta do it again?
No, we literally. It was my bad. It was my bad.
No, let's just
You
put it
guys are
this
gonna
way.
enjoy this.
Let's
Yeah,
just put it this way. If you don't know who this is, you probably shouldn't be watching.
yeah.
okay?
We're like 3 minutes in with the podcasters, and if you haven't caught on to the fact that I am the most technically challenged human being on the face of this earth. Listen, there's Mike, there's Seamus, there's me. I literally was rolling for 3 minutes strong and losing. Now I lost tech points. I lost tech points because anyways.
I'd be more worried about losing Cuban points.
Yeah.
Your Nintendo 64 is coming in the mail.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you what, Nintendo 64, Nintendoide. I love it. But really, everybody, I had us going for 3 minutes. I was screaming, hooting, hollering, telling
The
everybody.
podcasters know.
Well, the podcasters know, but the guys who are doing this live right now, Kevin, you would laugh right now, man. I was on already for 3 minutes with the podcasters, and I forgot to go live on the video. The insanity. Alley Cat, what's going on? Beautiful. Oh my God, look at that. I feel the love.
Big
Let me see here. Let me go ahead and navigate to this guy over here so I can keep that handsome, will make hair crazy dude on. You gotta lower this. I feel the love. Let me see here. Shut up. Let me go ahead and navigate
This is gonna be real,
to this
real
guy over here so I can keep that handsome.
Grab it.
I'm grabbing. It's not doing anything.
You pushing
There you
the
go. Yeah, I'm pushing
Yeah,
on.
you're pushing the wrong
All right.
More tech adventures.
Again,
bro.
more tech adventures with Duncan really going horribly bad. I have the
Going ham sandwich.
completely. I had the little tablet by the mic, so you guys probably. You know what?
Echo like a mother.
You know what? Never mind,
Yeah,
everybody.
just
Never
disregard-
mind.
disregard-
I think the heat's getting to my noggin and everything. Makeup. I got a little, shiny
A lot
spot.
of people don't know this is a wig. I don't have the top of my head.
You don't have hair, or you don't have the top of your head.
I don't have the top of my head at all. This is just a wig I put on the top of
Exposed
my brain.
brain pan. Exposed brain pan. Well, there you go. That works.
Shopbacks fix a lot of things.
You know what? Let me do a little bit of a restart because we have a really great night tonight.
Provided we don't.
Provided we don't really go south. Left and right, because that's just horrible. But we are smoking, and I haven't even lit mine. We are smoking a brand new blend, and by we, well, they are smoking. I'm about to be smoking.
What do you have, a mouse in your pocket?
We. Let me see this. Okay.
He cried wee all the way home with the rest of the pigs.
Again with the little piggy thing.
What the heck?
We are smoking now, or we will be all smoking now, the brand new blend La Cura by Dr. Oscar Rodriguez of GTO Cigars. What's going on, Q-Dog from south of the border in South Carolina? What's happening, man? And by south of the border, I mean like just South Carolina, not like way down south of the border.
South of the border was a neat little place in Virginia, I think. And there's actually a place called South of the Border.
It's a taco joint.
Well, it's a little bit more than that. But
back in the days in Miami, there was a place called South of the Border, and it was, I think they went out of business. It was in Miami. It was like it was actually a really doggone good taco joint, man. But this was almost 25, 26 years ago.
This is the thing I'm talking about. I think it's an actual truck stop or something now, south of the border.
Cool.
People have the stickers on the back of their cars and everything else.
So, Oscar, I don't know if you know this or not, Oscar will be joining us.
Say it isn't so.
It's okay. It's not so.
You told him.
But you say it.
I did.
No. Oscar's going to be joining us, guys. Really, Dr. Oscar Rodriguez. He is, I believe, leaving any minute now from base, heading home. So within about, 20, 30 minutes, he'll be joining us. He wants to get, in a good area where he can set up and communicate to us. I already sent him the link, so we're going to be joined within another 20, 30 minutes. So definitely stay on. It's going to be a fun show. This, on the onset, I got to say this, and then I want to hate you guys for what your thoughts are. For me, rich, well-aged tobacco, a little sweetness, sort of weird thing right here on the inner cheeks, and that's just on a few puffs, man. This has got a little hey, how you doing, Susie Q, from the start.
Yeah, you can definitely tell it's a fuller body.
We're gonna start with Seamus on this, and if you're okay with it, because apparently he just okay. No, Seamus, got
You look right at me. What do you want me to do?
I was looking at the reflection of me in your glasses. I thought you were like, look at this bug-eyed freak.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah, please, continue. Come on.
No, you know what? I thought I had an opinion here, but apparently it doesn't matter.
What are your thoughts on the
That's
start?
your normal activity at home, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm fine, but I'm complaining the whole time.
Sit here and play.
It's a very good cigar. Just immediately right on the light up. Like I said, you can tell it's a fuller body stick, but it's smooth. It's not like a punch you in the mouth sort of cigar. I guess you can.
Do you get a little pepperiness, a little zing, a little tinge?
Very slight hint of pepper on the backside, but a lot of like coffee and maybe like a dark chocolate.
You know what I was getting? That on, but the little, I guess the bite, but like towards the side of my tongue, towards the back, like like a little afterthought almost, but really, really nice. Yeah, I mean you're on point with that, dude. And coffee, you little coffee.
Yeah,
I ain't there yet. I'm not there yet.
I don't get much of a coffee flavor. I get it's not peppery, but it may be peppery, but it's a different type of pepper. It's not. I can't call it pepper.
I'm gonna say it like this. I don't know if you got and hear this out, guys. What's going on, Scott? Man, thank you very much for watching. Everybody, remember down there, subscribe to YouTube, catch the show. We appreciate the heck out of that.
There's a button somewhere.
There's a little bit of it tells you everything right there at the bottom. It's scrolling. But guys, real quick, what you just said, there is a type of a little spiciness that I have grown to enjoy, and that's what I call those baking spices, like the cinnamons, the nutmegs. They have a little burn, but it's not like a heavy. It's a little. There's a sweetness to that little.
I would almost say cumin.
Like these odd, strange spices.
Yeah, it's more like a cumin or. I
mean, cumin is intense.
But it's
a little allspice.
No, because
I'd say it's a little lighter than your standard like black pepper.
Yeah, I would say again.
You can't call it pepper.
There's a white pepper as well, and believe it or not, there's a huge war. There's a dichotomy between Bob the cigar guy and Kerry, my good friend, because Bob picks up both differences.
Which one's bigger?
I'll tell you what, my money is on Bob because he's forced recon.
Yeah.
And he's gonna go toe to toe. Kerry, though, I mean, all national lineman and football player. I mean, he wrestled, he played football. I mean, if he just gets a good hit,
it depends on the type of fighting.
I'd pay $1.99 to see that.
Awesome.
I would pay $1.99.
I mean, if it's on the ground, it could be a 50-50 thing.
Yeah.
If it's a stand-up boxing match.
We'll sell the pay-per-view. We'll call it Friday Night Sissy Fights.
There you go. And Bob and Kerry.
Did you find your old box of gloves at your old gym?
I did.
Okay, because if not,
what's going on, Bones? What's going on, man? Listen, that's one of the things that I want to talk about. Maybe before we get into it with Oscar, so that gives him time. Man, I'm really liking this. It's that start, and I almost want to say, for us to slow it down, so we're there when he comes on board.
I was just gonna say it makes you want to keep smoking it. It's one of those. It's like it's like
you're puffing and you're puffing and you're puffing. And you're like, yes, I like it. It's nice.
It's inviting.
I got like a weird feeling. You remember, like if you had like a sore throat, the Clorox and stuff
like
that?
A little thing right back.
It's kind of that little feeling on the tip of the tongue, in the middle of the tongue area.
Yeah, I mean, guys, we are, and any of the ladies watching, we are smoking the brand new latest blend. I mean, this came out not that long ago.
And if you haven't had it, you're gonna love it.
It's called the GTO La Cura. We're smoking the Robusto. There's two sizes in this blend. He does a Toro. Actually, I think there's three sizes. He does a Toro, a Robusto. A Robusto and a beautiful a Perfecto, which is the one that ends up like in double pointy. Okay, there you go. But this is, and the Perfecto, as a matter of fact, actually the center ring gauge, it's 60 ring gauge. It amps up. So imagine if you're like pulling from here and you build up that massive heat of.
I was gonna say, I wonder what that does to the flavor more towards the end. Because I mean, if you think about
concentration,
yeah.
But it's also got to be a cooler smoke, not like a hot.
when it gets to the center. I agree with that too. But the thing is that it's not a lengthy smoke. That perfecto that he created, and I definitely want to ask Oscar when he joins us, that perfecto that he created, I don't think it's that much more bigger than this Robusto. So imagine there is
in length or
lengthwise.
Okay.
I think that it's going to be a very intense smoke after that second half because it tapers down a lot.
Yeah, full throttle.
I mean, yeah, like holy shitola for the
you get past the
Ayatollah.
halfway point, you gotta step on the gas.
I mean, again, GTO Cigars love anything he does.
Yeah.
But real quick, you got a fight. Is it on?
It's a potential fight.
Potential fight between a street thug and him. No, apparently I don't know.
No.
February the 5th.
Yes.
Sanction?
Yes.
Nice. Is it local?
No.
No. Where is it going to be held at?
Very far north, West Virginia. So it's almost into Pennsylvania, right on the border.
Wow. Well, West Virginia, isn't it Pennsylvania towards that way?
Pennsylvania is on the east,
up and to the right,
East Coast, yes.
But West Virginia's that
West,
way? Does West Virginia
about halfway through?
is Pennsylvania and West Virginia?
It's kind of below and
Pennsylvania borders both.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Again, see, there you go. You know, I don't know.
You
Geography and I are not good friends.
You need to get a globe or something.
Yeah.
Edwin Morales, all the best to you. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate that. You know, I do have a small little tablet in front of me right there, so I can, again, if I miss you right there on the main screen, I got you right here. So we're talking right now with Seamus because he's got a fight that may or may not, you know, because whatever. But let me ask you.
Will there be fans?
Yeah, is to your knowledge, is there going to be like an allowance so far of people, or is it?
So
what do you know about it?
The information that I have is that they have to whittle down something like 400 fighters to 20.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I'm telling you, man, it's a
How-
Royal
how do they-
Rumble. I love
How
it.
are they planning on doing that? Are you drawing straws or what?
eeny, meeny, miny, mother. Yeah.
Long matches.
Highest
They're
card
gonna
wins.
use long matches. Wow.
No. Everybody has to put in a video submission and like their record and stuff like that. So they try to build the most interesting fights that they can for the 20 people that are there.
What's
So-
going
so,
on, Cortez? How are you, brother? Thank you very much for watching.
What is it? Survivor style video
It's a
thing?
tournament. Well, no. I mean, it's like, hey, I'm so and so.
Hola, mi viejita. Hola. Aquí estamos todos. Here we all are. And by the way, real quick, I'm sorry. Little segue into that. Muy buenas noches a todo el mundo que está aquí del habla
There
hispana.
he goes again.
Estamos los tres maduros. Aquí está el hombre Mike Strigo. Aquí tenemos a Shane Stolly y su servidor Duncan Echevarría. Muchas gracias por el apoyo. Bendiciones a todo el mundo. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much. So, yours is burning funny? It'll be all right.
It will be.
You know what? Worst case scenario, friendships are still going to be made.
They were never lost.
And one of I'm telling you, mine's not. See, you know why? Do you know why?
Because you turned yours and ignored ours.
Well, I literally, you know, exactly. So no, actually, when I was lighting it, I made sure. Again, a trick.
You welded it.
Do you guys? Well, see, with this thing, the flame is so short, man. But
While you were toasting, you were turning.
yes, do you guys do that? I mean,
No, not usually.
just a little
But
something.
I don't usually have this problem either.
What I was gonna
But this
say.
is not really a problem either.
No. You know what? Touch it up literally just at the tip, not on the actual outside of it. A lot of guys, what they do is they come on the outside and they're burning that outside tobacco. Don't do that. I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
You're trying to bring it back in.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. I mean, that's not. You don't need to do that.
I have a couple of questions.
About my fighting career, non-existent. There, continue.
One, have you seen the Cobra Kai TV show?
Okay, glad you asked. I am addicted to Cobra Kai TV show. I'm already on season 2. If y'all are yeah, I know. And they're already working on number 4. From my understanding, man, this thing actually came out of nothing. It was like a YouTube thing, bad cameras, and now it's exploded big time.
Andy Russo dies in like the 5th episode of the 3rd season.
I don't. Why?
He's not there yet.
Why are you telling me that? Are you like, oh my god?
I have no idea what's going on in that show.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna give him that one. I'm gonna give him a what for.
So there is.
I love the dynamic of picking up 30 years later. I love that because I never liked Daniel Russo. I hated him. I'm sorry I said that. I apologize.
People are going freaking bananas on the cigar forums about what who is
the old sensei.
Yeah, he's a cigar smoker.
Yeah.
In the show, and apparently he cut the entire ass end of a cigar off.
I saw that in one of the episodes.
And then proceeds to turn the cigar around and lick basically from the band forward and then light it.
Stuck that thing like down like an inch.
I've actually seen somebody do that. Except they deep throated both ends of the
oh my god! You know, it's funny. I did a little quick video on that not too long ago. It's insane. I've seen some weird stuff with that. Like they're licking it. They're doing this. They're like making love to their nose when they're trying to smell. I'm like, what are you doing?
Now, before we get any farther,
having a conniption fit.
Before we get any farther,
Patrick, what's going on, brother? Thank you very much for watching. And also, Ambiorix Rosario. Muchas gracias por estar con nosotros. Muchas gracias. I appreciate that. See, I like that because I can actually click a wave to them. That's nice.
So, when you are going to buy a cigar, do you smell the cigar like the wrapper? Or...
So here, that's awesome.
I'm not saying like you like shove it up your nose.
So for example, let's say the cigar is in a cellophane. It's exactly like this, right? I find it, me personally, bad manners, not etiquette, bad manners to take that cigar, open the cellophane up, bring the cigar up, and then proceed to smell it. And then use your finger, push it back in, and then I'm going to put it back in this. And I go, dude, I'm like, I would shoot you.
Now, if it's not in cellophane.
I'm sorry.
Or maybe you've already bought the cigar.
I'm going to swap you because I did that with this one so you can get
Did you finger my cigar?
I fingered your cigar left and right, and I am so deeply sorry. There's a fresh one that you can finger yourself.
Freshly unfingered. No,
hey, who knows? The fingering could make it taste better.
You know.
No. But you know that's weird. That to me now.
I don't see the purpose in it.
I saw one guy, guys. I kid you not, literally in front of me, like mess around with a cigar on a level, and then he went to put it right back in, and I said, "Whoa, what are you doing?" And he goes, "Hey man, don't worry about it. It's a Cuban thing." And I'm like,
you told us this story.
I go, dude, I'm Cuban and I don't even do that. I go, listen, once you buy a cigar, I could care less what kind of a love affair you have with it. It doesn't matter to me.
Right.
Lewinsky the garbage out of it as far as I'm concerned. I don't care. But before you buy it, dude, no.
I mean, you could have a humidity problem doing that.
You can have something doing that.
But do you enjoy the smell of your cigars? Like in my humidor at home.
I do. I absolutely love it. I'm going to do it again, but now with the one in here. Watch.
But I mean, when I open my humidor, I get that.
It's a nice aroma.
I do.
I'll shove my whole face in my humidor just to smell the tobacco.
But I mean, personally.
But it's my humidor. Don't do that to anybody else.
Hey, so this
don't walk into JR's and stuff.
This is the cigar that I have is mine. Okay, so I've seen guys literally the cigars like literally up their nostril, and I go, you don't need to do that. Look,
what was he trying for a cocaine line or what?
Dude, there's like a great little space right there. I go, all you need to do, guys, once you buy the cigar, literally just right below it, you're gonna get that really beautiful aroma from the foot. Look right there. Look at that. You don't need to be. Oh God, yes, this is the good stuff. Oh, you don't need to do that.
That makes me uncomfortable, even you doing it.
I mean, you know, and people literally are walking into humidors in cigar shops, and I see this stuff, and I'm like, oh, he's buying that. I mean, that belongs to him. That mofo just bought that cigar. I'm like, no way, dude, that's crazy. And people do. Oh, wait a second. First lady of Stogie Road Cigars, Miss Jennifer Whitfield, is watching.
Hello.
A real Jersey girl. I'm seeing some of the other folks that are jumping on board through here. Because I don't know if you guys have caught on.
That's on YouTube.
This is strictly
that's
Facebook,
okay.
But that one captures YouTube, Facebook, all of it. Correct. But that's insane when people do this stuff, man. You know, and I get it. You know, the excitement of it, all the yada yada schmackety schmackety. But
it's
dude,
like when that guy, I had one and gave him one out in front of Red Buffalo. He sucked on both ends of it and then lit it. I was like, all right,
wow,
whatever.
that's just, you're like, listen.
I'm gonna go over here.
You guys need a room? Would you like a cocktail? Can we get some mood lighting for you? Yeah, the insanity of it all.
Yeah.
Now,
Wow.
if I'm going to cut a cigar, I'll soften up the end that I'm going to cut so it doesn't split or there's less of a chance.
There's a little tip, and actually, just that word says it all. Once you buy a cigar, again, I cannot stress enough. Once you own the cigar, and you say, you know what, I'm going to use my cutter. You can actually, I do this all the time. Put the cigar to your lips. It gives you a nice taste of that little cap tobacco. You know, play the little bit, you know, the tongue to soften it, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Snip it. It actually allows that cut to be a little bit cleaner because you have softened up the cap a little bit. You don't have to, but if you prefer that, again, that's fine. It's normal to want to enjoy your cigar how you want to enjoy it. That's okay.
And it doesn't matter whether you're using a new cutter or an older cutter.
Well,
because the new cutter is going to be sharp.
Whoa, wait a second. I believe someone's about to jump in with us. I believe this is going to happen. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some boom in it. We're about to be joined with Oscar, and then we can even ask him that.
I was waiting for the disco ball.
Let's see. I don't know. I see a light. Oh, my God. Oh, look at that. The main man himself. Oscar, what is going on?
Hey, what's up?
I guess just Duncan and Oscar now.
No, man, no. Hold on. Oscar, I need to go ahead and I'm going to, you know what? As a matter of fact, that little speaker right there, it has a little thing. If you could turn it up a little bit more, Seamus, because you're a little bit closer. And that one aims this way. Should be a little, yeah. And that should help us with the sound to pick up Oscar even better. Well, everybody on screen right now with us is Dr. Oscar Rodriguez of GTO Cigars, because Oscar, from my understanding, those who know smoke GTO.
GTO, wow!
My main man, look at that beautiful sound right there, Big Daddy.
Yes, sir. Yes,
By the way, I don't know if you maybe remember, but because these guys know you, this is of course one of my best and dearest friends. I'm about to change the camera angle so we can all get in there. This is Mike Striegel on my left. And this is Seamus right here on my right. Let's go ahead and there we go. Everybody can see us now.
What's up, both of you guys? What's going on?
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, man. By the way, Okad, we were just talking, you know, just to kill some time about the weird things that we have seen. Like I have seen stuff in humidor rooms and cigar shop, like, you know,
make you cringe.
People like licking their cigars and deep throating the cigars and like, you know, like making love to their noses. I mean, I go, listen, man, once you buy this cigar, I don't care what you do, but before you buy it, you ain't got to do all that craziness. That's just insane. You know, que locura, you know. By the way, for the non-speakers, that means that's crazy. Now,
I was going to say gesundheit.
I thought Loco was.
Yeah, well, Loco too, man. Real quick before we dive into this, because I want to talk about this La Cura cigar. For the non-speakers, that means the cure. I need to talk about this because I'm about 3/4 of an inch, Oscar, and when I see you, I'm giving you a hug, and there may be a kiss involved. Maybe.
Keep everything above the equator.
Above the equator. We're going to go above the equator. Mira, what's the craziest thing you ever saw somebody do at a show that you did, an event, or in a shop that you were at? What's like the most insane thing you saw?
I actually saw. Well, it's more on the derogatory side. This guy, he acted like he knew a lot. You know, he told me that he only smoked Cuban cigars and that, you know, that he bought like 5 boxes a day ago. But then he took my dad's cigar, the Don Emilio. He looked at it, he's like, oh, this is okay. And he lit it upside down. And I didn't even stop him. I said, you know what? This asshole could smoke this shit upside down. If he's a professional, he must know something that I don't know. And I let him do it.
Bless his damn heart. Listen, real quick, hey, Sterling, thank you very much for watching. We appreciate you. Alberto Valencia, muchísimas gracias. And we're also joined by Asier Abad, who is a fantastic writer and cigar lover in Spain. He's a stevedore. Muchísimas gracias, Asier, por estar con nosotros. Que la música continúe. Qué gran placer siempre tener a este caballero con nosotros, una bella, bella persona. Asier Abad desde España, from Spain. Man, if I ever saw a dude like that, I literally would say, I would wait about maybe halfway into the cigar and I go, you realize that your expertise has failed you here completely. So when he asks me, what do you mean? I go, well, you can smoke the cigar however you want, but normally we smoke it from where the cap is. You know, porque vaya, la guanajería, which in Spanish, that means, you know, you're such a turkey, man. You're like, oh, I know what I'm doing. You know, I know what I'm doing. No, you don't know crap. You don't know anything. I love it, man. But listen, how's work? How are you? How's the new year?
Man, it started kind of messed up, and it just exponentially got even worse. You know, it's pretty rough out there. I'm seeing a lot of cases.
We're only 5 days in, Oscar. What's going on?
It just doesn't stop. But I'm getting more cases. It's getting tougher. Patients are becoming even harder to manage. So like right now I'm in between hospitals. I'm about to leave the base, heading over to another hospital to cover that ER. And I can tell you, it's like it's very difficult. You know, this disease is mutating. I think it's like it's learning how we play with it, and it's actually changing the game. So luckily we're always on our toes. You know, like a lot of us like are always constantly looking for different ways to beat this and changing regimens. And let me tell you that. And when you've got people in ICU, it's like a roller coaster, man. Some days you walk in, everybody's, you know, it's kind of depressing because everybody's on like 5 or 6 hoses. There's a lot of stuff everywhere. There's a lot of sounds. People are not happy, you know. And I always greet them with a big smile, and they're like, "Oh, doc," they say that I can see it in their eyes. They're happy to see me. But you know, there's days that it's really good, and there's days where people are managing, they're breathing better, and there's days that they're just not coping. We're having to add more, change saturations, increase more oxygen. You know. It's pretty stressful, and you know, for me, you know, every life is important, so it bothers me all the time. So you know,
Oscar, let me say this because I mean, people are listening to you talk right now in the way that you're talking. So some folks may not know this. So I'm going to ask you one favor. Let people know. I mean, you are a doctor. You are a doctor, right? So tell people a little bit about. What do you do? Who are you? What do you do? Because you're also military as well. Tell us a little bit of that, because when people listen to you right now, they're saying, "Wow, so he's a doctor, or not?" So tell them who you are, man. What is it that you're involved with? Where are you at?
Well, right now I'm at Maxwell Air Force Base. So I head up the health service division here. My specialty is emergency medicine, and I do trauma surgery. Right now, I haven't had any trauma surgery to do because we've been basically just occupying full saturation of our ER services, ICUs. We're creating ICUs everywhere. I have my own group of ER docs. We cover different ERs all over the southeast. I have a clinic in Tampa where we take care of a lot of the elderly there. I have 2 nursing homes. So you know, I'm all about the quality of care and helping people. That's what we do. My family does. The other part of us, I'm the only one that's on this side doing this, but the rest of my family, you know, as you guys know, we're tobacco growers. I'm the only one that went to med school. Everybody else went to agronomy school, so they can take care of plants. You know, they can admit the plants, they can fix those, and so I'm really proud to be part of such a very a group of people that, you know, that we love the science of tobacco, and I love the science of medicine. You know, helping people. It's all about getting people better, and I find that there's a good correlation between the two, because if I can get your stress down, I think you're gonna live longer. You're gonna feel better. You know, and that's what it's all about. It's about just you know, nice smooth draws, cool smoke. I try to calm a lot of people down with the nicotine. I tell them, yo, don't hit it that hard, you know. But hey, but they want to. That's okay. I tell them, I'm not trying to get you $10 now. I'll get you in the ER. That's 3,000 later.
Listen,
it's okay.
That's a fantastic segue. So that's actually what we want to talk about. I mean, I just wanted people to understand that you're not just again, I don't mean this in a bad way. You're not just a regular, everyday, maybe family doctor. No, you are a man who is on the forefront of what's going on in medicine. But that being said, that aside, and we thank you for that, and we thank you for your service. You're a captain in the Air Force. You are GTO Cigars, man. I'm telling you, that's what I'm loving about you. Also, Christopher Frazier, Grant Eagle, Caitlin, thank you everybody for jumping on board. Tonight we are with Dr. Oscar Rodriguez, and now we can dive head first into this, man.
Speaking of cool cigars, I'm holding it at
right almost the burn line,
damn near the mascara line, and I can hold there all day.
You know the trick. That tell me if I'm wrong, Oscar. That is a sign of what true construction is. The heat should always be in the center, never burning your damn fingers on the outskirts. Wait, and we're smoking La Cura. That means pure.
The cure. That's what everybody needs. And they needed it in 2020, but we're definitely going to provide many of it. We're going to be we'll have some new sizes that will soon be announced. So hopefully, there'll be a nice array of vitolas for different,
Correct me if I'm wrong. On the La Cura, and I could be wrong. I saw you have the Robusto, a Toro, and a Perfecto, if I'm not mistaken, or is it a Preferido?
No, so it's a Gran Perfecto. It's a 5x60 in the center, finishing tapering into a 50. It's easily a 1 hour and 15-20 minute smoke. We did the Presidente entering this year. I'm a fanatic of Presidentes. The Presidente is a 7 1/4 by 50 ring gauge.
I love it.
That's going to come in a box of 12. And this is a very limited. I'm not doing this for the rest of the year. So as long as I have that tobacco available, I think we made like 20,000 boxes of it, and that's all there is. So when it goes, it's gone.
You got these guys salivating here when they because Seamus is a truck driver, and they like something that's got a long smoke to it. But real quick, you said Presidente. I'm a big fan of the Presidentes, the Super Churchills, and the Soberanos, which are about 8.5 by 52s. I'm a huge fan of a nice long smoke, man. And you had my heart at Presidente, man. That's exciting. Let's say this. Right now, I'm a little bit of an inch into this. I got a beautiful zing of well-aged tobacco, richness. I'm horrible at all these reviews. You know how people do all those flowery words and stuff like that? I'm horrible at that. I say I get great tobacco and I get bad tobacco. Well, I'm getting fantastic tobacco here. I mean, Seamus got a better profile. But you know what? Mike, what are you liking about that cigar?
The construction, I started out, it was kind of burning a little funny, but I corrected it. It worked out great. Great construction, light ash.
How's your draw? How's the draw?
Draw's been perfect from the very beginning.
See, and the reason I defer to Mike, Doctor, is because he's got a little bit of a less untrained palate, so I like that. I like to hear what a raw palate can tell me, because you really, like Seamus can go a little bit in depth into like other stuff, but to me, man, I want people to tell me, man, I love it because it's great tobacco, baby, and it smokes good. I love this stuff, man.
Well, it had flavors I had never tasted before this stuff.
He was saying some nice spices that I said, even cumin, comino.
Wow.
I love it, man. I was like, some Indian spices.
It was kind of weird, but I liked it.
There's nothing wrong with that. By the way, Gabby Coffee, thank you for watching. Muchas gracias. Happy New Year to Gabby. Gabby says, hello, Doc. How you doing?
Hey, saludos.
Richard Crosby, thank you very much for watching. Hey, Oscar, and it's a crazy question, and I'm sure you've been asked this before at other cigar shops. When you named it La Cura, and again, it's stupid, I know that, but were you thinking this whole Corona thing inspired name, or it was something completely different? Because all your stuff is revolving around names that deal with medicine.
Yeah.
What was the concept?
The behind this one was so a good friend of mine, Dr. Pat Ryan, who's the owner. He's another passionate cigar guy, and he chose to for his passion. He just opened up his own store, So he's got the pretty much the largest humidor I think in the not in the state, but at least in mid Alabama. So and he's a neurosurgeon. We work together a lot, and I'm very fond of his person. And he tells me, so I tell him I got this new blend that I've been working on. It's 10 years aged. It's a fine selection of tabacos. It's a very special. We grow it at a different sea level. And I'm not going to I can't give that out because I've got people that listen. They try to mimic everything we do.
Do it.
But
Don't
on our, on
do
the,
it.
I mean,
huh?
actually, what?
Don't do it. Dice como se llama, he can see why. It's a great cigar, man.
No, beautiful. That we actually took into consideration sea level for the fertilization of the soil in this area. But it's beautiful tobacco. I haven't used it in the past. I wanted to release it. I knew of it like 6 years ago, but I was like, everything with me is time. I'm a very patient person. I'll wait for anything if I know it's going to be good. And I said, you know what, when we hit that 11th year, I'm going to take this 10 year and just start working with it. An excellent blend. Dr. Pat Ryan, when he smoked it, he's like, wow, this could be like and then we were discussing cases. So he goes, wow, this could be like the Cure. And I said, the Cure. And so we looked up the Cure, and I said, oh shit, the band has that name trademark. So I said, then he himself said, fuck it, call it the Cure in Spanish because that's yours. And I said, La Cura. He goes, that's it, La
There you
Cura.
go.
So I said,
Yeah.
boom. I love it. I love the name. It's definitely something. It's biblical. It's so relaxing, just to know that when you smoke a cigar like that, it's gonna be satisfying. It's gonna relax you. There's no aftertaste. You've got the strength under it. You got those nice undertones. It hits you, but it's a very clean. I consider it a little bit stronger than the anesthesia. I put this one. I was played a little bit more with mixing more Viso with Ligero. So here you have a nice array of Viso, Ligero, Incubado.
A nice
Just an excellent
balance. A
display.
nice balance.
Perfect.
Yes. And it's something totally different for us using Dominican tobacco to get it to pop like that. But I'm really excited for that cigar and what we're gonna do with it coming into the future. I kind of like wanted to embellish the first ligas that came out which I really favored. The newer ones, not my favorites anymore, but the first 2 years of the blend was fantastic, and I kind of kept that in the back of my mind. It was like, this is like the blend. I want to recreate something to that tune. So I hope you guys experience the same and enjoy the smoke.
I'll tell you what, Doc, and I've always said this everywhere I go. I'm not a reviewer. I'm a retailer, but I love tasting tobacco. I love enjoying tobacco. I don't think that a good cigar should ever be work. So I look at construction. Am I sucking through a straw, a piece of stone? I like to look at a cigar without the ring and say, you know what? It may not be the prettiest wrapper, but by God, what a great cigar. And I've always said this is outside of you. I say, you know what? Padrones are not pretty, but they're damn good. I mean, I don't care what price point on those cigars are. I've looked at them always without the wrapper, and I go, you know what? I mean, without the ring, and I say, you know what? That's exactly what I want. So I've looked at your cigar. I'm looking at it. It's got this gorgeous, dark, rich wrapper, man. You can see the aging. You can actually see the time, the love that went into this. 10 years. That's not standard.
It's like a great whiskey.
And here's what I'm going to say to your service. When you hear 10 years, in my opinion, I'm going to drop the bomb right now. I'm thinking it's going to be an expensive cigar because there's a lot of labor. There's a lot of intense love behind it. These cigars are MSRP between the $9 and $10 range, guys. I mean, that literally right there, that is mind freaking blowing.
Might have to get another half a box of damn cigars.
You know,
Yeah.
So when you look at that,
I've got the painkillers right there.
10 years, beautiful packaging. There's a story and a history behind it. You're thinking, man, for like less than $10, I'm smoking this. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I look for, man. You know, I tell everybody, you can keep all the pretty cigars in the world. I don't care. give me a good cigar. And brother, this is spot on. I mean, this is what it's all about right here. Now, obviously everybody knows, but you and your family, Dominican. You are vertically integrated, if I'm not mistaken. Your family has been in the industry for what, 5-6 decades, something like that. Maybe
we're in the longer. We've been the farms. We've had them for 100. I think it's right now 140 years
in the family.
In the family, it went from great grandfather, the great grandpa, dad, and then me, and I. You know, what's funny was I tried to escape the tobacco because I just didn't like to get dirty, and that's why I came to America and join the force and study medicine. To say I want to be out, and they found me. My grandpa brought me. He brought me back in. He's like,
They keep bringing me back. They keep bringing me back.
He's like, no more free cigars, coño. You're gonna work. Venga, I taught you how to blend. Go to work.
That's awesome.
And then he left me the factory. So now I'm really stuck. So I had to go back and modernize what I could. I streamlined everything that I could. So with all the impending, all these regulations, the hell from this, from that. The good thing is I really don't have to do anything. We're grandfathered to the T. I didn't even have to put one form in, but I did it to back my brothers. To back.
Of course.
For the freedom of no kind of regulation on anyone doing whatever the flying fuck they want to do in this goddamn country. I fight for that. That's what I fight for. I fight for the freedom, not for these people to over-regulate us and take us to, just keep on emptying our pockets. I haven't had a price increase in my cigars for 11 years. The price they started with, I think we went up. We had to go up 10 cents in 11 years. That's unheard of. Every other company has shot way up before that. We're necessarily not a company of. Honestly, we don't do profit. What we do is, as long as I can feed my family, my cousins, and we have a job to do, we are very happy. None of us are trying to buy a beach house. If you go down to my farm, you notice my cousins ride around in mopeds, little motorcycles. They don't got no damn cars. None of us are flamboyant. I'm the only one that's got a collection of hats.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. And from what I hear, a few GTOs.
And I love hats and I love my damn cigars, bro.
Hey, that. Now that style of hat, that's a pork pie hat. That's a New York style thing, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, man.
Now you have a huge following in New York. You are, and you are also very. I don't want to say it in a weird, but GTO to me, when I first heard about it, I said, it's a regional cigar. Because it was very much like, I think it was Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia. You were in about 4 or 5 states that you were dominant. And then in the past 5-6 years that I've heard about you, I've heard you in New York. I've heard you on the West Coast. I've heard you in Louisiana. I've heard the brand in just that time. And again, that, I also believe from some of our conversations, you almost didn't look for it. It just organically happened. People kept wanting your cigar brand in their cigar shops, in their brick and mortars. And I'll say this, guys, that's the best way to do it. When people are demanding a brand in clear the other side of the US, you're like, man, there's something about that cigar there. That speaks volumes about what you produce out of your family's heritage, brother. That's on point, Oscar. And I think that the hat looks awesome too, by the way. I'm just saying. Wait a minute. So, real quick, I'm gonna go back to it. Clean, beautiful. I want to say this is there's 3 things in a cigar for me, flavor wise. This is a medium to full-bodied in the umami section, which is the physicality. My tongue loves it. My inner cheeks, the salivary glands, everything that's happening in there is that physical aspect that I look for in a cigar. It engages me. It wants me to smoke more. Like a good martini or like a good liquor, you want to, take a couple of extra swigs. That's that. The flavors are like, man, they're like just popping. They're happening. I love it. And the strength, I agree with you. There is a nice balance with that ligero not being the dominant power right there. I love what you've done here. Seamus, I know you're chomping at the bits. What are you getting from that cigar, man?
Like I was telling Duncan earlier, I mean, just right from light up, it's you can tell it's a stronger cigar, but it's enjoyable. It doesn't like punch you in the mouth and like try to knock you out. But there's a light pepper on the backside, and I'm getting like coffee and maybe like chocolate or leather or something like that. Yeah.
I'm getting that like that bitter sweet dark cocoa like that people use for baking. It's sweet, but it's not overly sweet. I mean, is that what sort of what you?
Yeah. But like you said, it's very inviting. It keeps drawing you back to take another puff. Like you know, it's kind of like. It's not that you want to ignore it, but it's like there's something you can't ignore about it. Like you can't put this cigar down and like, oh wait, I left it burning over here. Like no, you want to keep smoking.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I am a slow smoker, Oscar. I truly am. I think you're going at a good pace. You're a lot faster than me. This cigar, I'm having trouble not wanting to smoke it more. Like I'm literally struggling because I wanna like just like like a good beer, you want to chug it nice and cold. That's what I'm thinking, man.
I don't chug cold beer.
I love a good cold beer. No,
that's about to ash. I bet you it's gonna fall.
It's not gonna ash. It's not gonna fall. Look at it. It's not falling. It's not falling. It's not falling. Well, it may land on my. Okay, so Oscar, this is what I'm gonna do for everybody watching right now, and we're gonna post this. And I gave you a little brief something right now because we also understand everybody's going through a tough time. By the way, James Kirk, Roberto is watching from Puerto Rico. Muchas gracias, James, Roberto. Oye, te lo aprecio muchísimo. James Kirk, I love that guy's name, man. It's the captain of the USS Enterprise.
Yeah, I love it. Saludo.
This is what I want to do. It's a tough time for everybody financially. I get it. What I did is everything in your portfolio right now, including La Cura, half boxes, everybody. I don't want you guys to go ahead and buy a full box. Don't do that. I understand things are tough. But what you can do is you say, you know what? I want to buy a half a box of La Cura, and I want to buy maybe a half a box of Hypnotic, or I want to buy a half a box of Painkiller. You can mix and match right now with me. You can buy a half a box of La Cura. I got you. You want to buy anything from GTO, I got half box deals for everybody because I get it. Not everybody's got a lot of money, but I'm willing to work with you guys. So, Oscar, with your permission, I'm going to do that, man. I'm going to make sure that everybody can smoke at a reasonable price and that they can buy these damn cigars. Half boxes are all on the website right now on your entire portfolio.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just saying.
I got you. Painkiller. I guess I got to get the other half box.
Este es el descarado que pidió los painkillers. This is the
okay.
Painkillers. What, did you bring the? It trajo Mandinga. He has a
Excuse me?
Yeah, Mandinga. Big. It's a Spanish thing for the non-speakers. Everybody, I know you guys can't see it, but look at the size of this sucker, el Mandinga. It's 660 or what? Or 560?
It's a 660.
Wait, this is a lot of love right here, brother. This is the cigar you give somebody, say, hey, here you go, man. I thought a lot about you. Enjoy it.
The good thing about the Mandinga is that I ran out of the 5-year age tobacco, so I had to reblend that cigar. So it's now, I'm using an 8-year blend on it. I retuned it, so it's going to come in a little bit with longer legs. It's going to have a purple bind on the bottom, so you're getting the new one.
Nice.
And it's the same price too. Same price.
I'll tell you what, man.
That's a good point. Smoke this side by side with the new one.
So the boys brought up a good point. Because this one you've had it for a while now.
You got that one back when you were in your first shop.
Exactly. So he's had that for well over a year and a half in his humidor. Can you imagine smoking that older blend with that new one, man? The dynamic behind that, I love that concept.
Take a week break between the two.
You need to just maybe a nice,
get a little white-headed there.
A nice libation. Hey, Oscar,
halfway through it, I can't wait to start the next one.
We're not drinking now, but let me ask you a question. What's a go-to pairing for a guy like you when you're just enjoying, a couple of your good cigars? What's a go-to for you? Are you a drinking man? I mean, what do you enjoy?
He's an Air Force
Oh
guy.
man, no, actually, I like cognac. I like brandy. Like because I keep my palate fresh, I'm always jumping around. El Cardenal Mendoza is my favorite. I do bourbons, I do scotches. My favorite scotch is I love smoking that with my cigars because my cigars don't leave an aftertaste or a tinge on the palate, so you get to enjoy your libation. So my favorite is the Ardbeg Ugadal, and
Oh, I love it. Very
I
peaty.
call it the yeah, very peaty, and I
I
call
love
it the ugly dog because it's like I don't know how to say it like those people, so I just say, can I get an ugly dog? And they know what I mean. But I like that and the bourbons, shoot, you name it, they're all good for me. Like so, and then whenever at nighttime though, Friday and Saturday, I do like a nice aged rum.
Oh,
My
dude, what's a go-to for you?
in the rums, so I'm drinking this one that is not available right now. It's called Leyenda from Dominican Republic.
I'm familiar
Uh,
with.
so that if you can get your hands on Leyenda, it's a $20 bottle. It's only worth $20, but it drinks like a 20-year old that's about $50 to $70. And I've
It's
drank
like
all the
legend.
rums. Actually collect them, and I'm always tasting them. And for the pound for pound, that Leyenda kills everybody.
I'll tell you
Um,
what. I'll definitely give it a thought to look at it. We have a place. It's called McFrugal's, which is on the border of South Carolina and North Carolina, and they have. I mean, if it's out there, those guys
Is
carry
it kind
it.
of like Total Wine and More, when it's just like
Something
so
like that.
many
But these
different-
guys are like massive. It's like a Walmart of liquor store.
Yeah.
a place where you need a grocery cart to get.
Oh,
to.
absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly it. But one of my favorite rums, and I'll be brutally honest, it just really speaks really well to me. I like Zacapa. I
Okay.
love God. What is man, that Venezuelan one with the old man?
Diplomatico.
Diploma. I was gonna say dictador.
That's a
Wow.
good
Yeah.
one.
Diploma. I love
The green bottle is the best one.
I mean, rum to me seems a little sweet compared to other stuff.
I'll tell you what, and Mike brought up a good point because the sweetness of the rums. I always say a beautiful rum because that sweet character, just like a good cognac or a brandy, the sweeter notes. If you have a little bit of a spicier cigar, a little bit more peppery, there's a great
I
counterbalance,
can
man.
see that, yeah.
I love that perfect pairing like that.
Yeah.
But being Cuban, all folks think that I'm into rums. I do like some. Oh man, I ash. It's
Yeah.
okay. But my go-to is Scotch. And I like the peatier stuff too. As I said before, I like Lafroy, Lagavulin, Ardbeg. I love that stuff, man. And when it comes to bourbons, I keep it simple. Definitely Woodford.
Mhm.
Yeah, simple. Woodford.
Well,
Well, it's a little higher end.
and then these guys, they're Irish and German over here. They got me onto Patty's. Patty's is a very inexpensive Irish whiskey, but it is, man, for the price, it's like $20. It's fantastic.
But the triple distilled with its vanilla finish would go really good with it.
Oh yeah. I mean, anything with a little sweet note, I think would be fantastic. Man, I wanted to ask you because I mean, a lot of guys enjoy cigars differently. Obviously, you have a palate that's wow. I mean, coño.
Mm.
But man, Oscar, how long have you been doing GTO? How long have you been involved with the development of your brand and this passion?
So when I decided to take over the company 11 years ago, I needed to come up with a name because we were mostly involved with making other premium companies cigars. So I didn't want to continue that because I couldn't control that. So I had to cut people loose and cut some contracts, and I decided to take the blends that my favorite blends, some of my grandfathers, some of my dads, and then some of the ones that I had created along the way. And I said, I'm going to start something. So I named it after my cars. I had three GTOs. I had a 65, a 71, and the 94.
Say it one
Um,
more time. 3 GTOs, baby, right there.
yeah. And then the acronym fit. People tell me the acronym was Great Tobacco from Oscar. So it all like just fell in place. And then I brought those tobaccos in, those cigars. I started with the younger stuff. So a lot of people that smoked me in the beginning I only had 2 and 3 year age stuff, and it was pretty much mild to medium. So those that hung in there with me, I told them just wait. The tobacco's gonna get better and better because this is my stuff. It's what it's gonna age, and I'm gonna be able to release it the way I want to. So we've got everything happened. This is about as flourished as I'm going to get. I don't have it. I really can't put out any more stuff because all of this stuff is what's predicated. The new stuff is not, and I'm still trying to follow some kind of a law and order, even though there's a lot of new companies that don't really care. They're just running amok. But I tell people here, if you want to get a quality cigar, stick with family brands. People that grow tobacco, we don't play. We don't shop tobacco. We use our own tobacco, which we've aged and carefully walked it through. We don't go to I'm not going to Publix or these stores to buy tobacco, B cut, C cut, and then try to create a blend. If you ever really feel like you think you know a lot, just take the bands off your cigars and try a different one and see how good you are. You'll notice the difference. You won't even be able to pick out what you thought you were smoking.
Yep.
And quickly you'll figure out what's very good as far as clean tobacco, which is what we call premium, and then the dirty stuff, which you have to mask with heavy nicotine because it's the only way to smoke it.
Yep.
So I tell people all the time, and then so 11 years with GTO so far, and it's been a blast. We've blown up. I think we're now 700 stores, and I've avoided internet sales at all. So I'm a strict brick and mortar guy, just trying to support stores, family businesses. I love those, just like we are. No middlemen, so my cigars remain at a good price. I don't do IPCPR. I don't do none of that stuff. I'm not going to waste money on doing a show to be overrun and sell garbage. I can never put myself to that low to outsell anything. I'd rather just be small boutique numbers, just make good quality stuff, and that's it. It's as good as it's going to be, and that's and we're going to stick to our traditional family morals and values.
I love that, and I think that also because we are who we are here, as far as like the three the three friends here, los tres Maduros. That is a commonality. I've known Seamus for 2 years. I've known Mike for years. When we started this, I think that was one of the things that also we loved, that we were able to sit as friends and share a lot of what you just say as core values that we do enjoy, whether it's religious, whether it's political, whether it's friendship, whether it's whatever. And the commonality that also was the cigars, that we just kept coming around and talking, that led us to doing this now. But I'm going to give an anecdote. And that's one of the reasons why I love you dearly and I respect you so much. And I'm not going to go into the names because, we're not like those guys. You and I, we're not those guys. I hate the terminology, don. I hate the terminology, I'm a master of this and a master of that. But I mean, you're a don nadie if you haven't earned it. You're not a master of shit if you don't understand the dynamic that to say that you're a master roller or a master blender. That means you understand every aspect of tobacco per country of origin in all its broad spectrum. So yep. I'm a retailer, but I've been at this for 20 years. As such, I've had the pleasure of sitting with old men rolling cigars, giving me little cigarillos, to say, hey man, smoke this one. Tell me what you think about it, because this is what we're gonna do to put it into here. I've learned to roll. I've learned to put some blends together. And above all else, I kept saying to them, man, I don't know crap. This is awesome. I'm sitting with these guys, and to me, these people, these humble farmers, these humble torcedores, the people who just sit at that table and they're rolling 500 cigars a day, man, those guys, they have my hat off. Those guys have my hugs, my love. Every time I hear some jackanapes say, my name is Don so-and-so, I'm like, bro, do you even know what the DON stands for, man? You don't even know that, man. You don't know what it means. It's de origen noble, which means of noble origins. Nobody really knows that anymore. To say that, like I'm a master mechanic, and you're looking at the guy and go, dude, you can't even put a spark plug in the damn engine. You call yourself a what? Because these guys know cars. I don't know cars.
What is a spark plug?
It's a thing that does, spark.
Close enough.
Close enough. Close. I don't,
Okay.
I don't even know how to do a damn oil change. But I remember that conversation, and when you told me your feelings on it, man, I said, that's my man right there. Because you represent family, legacy, and tradition the right way. You literally said, Duncan, I own the company. The masters are the guy who works for me. You know, these are the guys that, you know, they're there. They've been at it for decades. Those are the guys. I'm not that guy. I'm the owner of the company. I love that, man. When you said that was spot on.
No, hey, like until today, I've been doing blending since I started smoking when I was 12, and I think from 13 till today, I'm 53. You know, the blessing of God, but
Amen.
and still a healthy. I've done a lot of work with tobacco, and I still would never. I can't consider myself a master blender. Uh, Jorge Blanco is a master blender. Me, I'm just a servidor, a person. I'm passionate. I love it. I have a lot to learn. And I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna continue to develop my skills and put out product. You know, just good stuff. You know, do the best that I can to what we within our limits to what we can do. I'm not gonna go. I don't like to make up stuff because these people make up so much garbage. It's freaking annoying. But that's okay.
Funny you said, because one of and again, just to touch upon, I've always said this. The guy who taught me how to light a cigar had to slap me in the face by saying, "Hey, man, do you remember where you come from? You come from a poor third world country. Where the hell did you ever see a guy with a Zycard cutter and a torch lighter in the middle of backwoods Cuba doing that? You know, you saw Guajiro roll his own damn cigar. He took a little nip with his teeth, and if he was lucky to have a big lighter, he was the king." And he goes,
Yeah.
"Remember that, man." And I said, "You know what? That guy, those words will always ring true in my head. So if I don't got a cutter, mira, God gave me a whole mouthful of cutters. If I get chifla, if I got a nice lighter, I got a nice lighter. If I got a nice cutter, I got a nice cutter, or whatever I got." My old man, rest his soul, used to light a cigar on top of the kitchen stove, man. I was like, what the
Oh
hell?
yeah.
So imagínate, you know.
I used to like cigarettes
We
on
do all kinds of.
have a lighter.
There you go. I mean, if you
And don't
love it,
forget that triple cap on the triple cap. That third little cap. What you do is flick it up, and you have an access hole right there. You
which
don't even have.
it's funny you said that. So that's classic. That's classic finishing. You know, a lot of folks sometimes you see the cigars one cap and they think it's no, a classic finishing of the cigar. That triple cap,
Well,
man,
extra bit of quality.
dude. And you know what? When you see the people rolling and torciendo, and they are not just like hustling. It's not about a numbers game to them because that extra caps,
Attention to detail.
man, that's on point. That's that shit you look for, dude.
It's attention to detail.
Absolutely, bro. Okay, listen, we are beyond the 7 o'clock mark. My time. I think you're an hour behind me.
Definitely.
All right. Listen, I want to begin by saying the wrap up. Man, I'm so thankful to you for so many reasons, for so many things. My mom adores you. Mi viejita loves you dearly, man. You are family to her. You're family to me. I'm going to repeat it one more time, guys. We are smoking La Cura today by Dr. Rodriguez of GTO Cigars. All his inventory. We are not going to be those guys that are going to push the full box on you. Buy half a box. If you want to mix and match, pick your two favorite blends. You get yourself a nice selection. 24 sticks at a great deal. But if right now you're struggling, if you're having some tough times, we are carrying it on our own brick and mortar online shop, and you can find the entirety of Oscar Rodriguez GTO Cigars, the painkillers, the hypnotics, the Don Emilios, the La Curas, anesthesias, mandingas, whatever you're looking for, you can find it with us, man. Oscar, any last parting words, man? We love you.
No, no, no. Blessings to everybody. Remember your social distancing, please. Wear your mask when you're out there. When you can't contain, when you can't, have that. Wash your hands. Anybody who buys 12, I'm gonna send you a little surprise in
Oh,
that pack.
yeah.
Uh, There'll be some goodies in there. So I'll make sure if you get 12 that I will put in some extra stuff on from me as a gift, and I hope this year is the year that we all that order and and health become, prosperous again. Everything else is secondary. Smoke all you can. Smoke them if you got them, and my love to the three Maduros. I love to call you like the one Connecticut, one Corojo, and one Maduro, but
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Hey, I'll take it.
I'm
but
down.
like, hey, we're gonna get together soon. Don't worry. As soon as I can quell this a little bit, I promise you, I will head that way, and we're gonna sit down and enjoy a wonderful cigar session.
Well, listen, real quick, man. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna say when you're done doing the real work that you do, and you have that time, you're always welcome in any of our homes. Um, we're not fans. We're friends. We're family to you. Consider Statesville an extension of your house, brother. To everybody that's watching, again, that is Dr. Oscar Rodriguez. He is a surgeon in emergency rooms. He's a captain in the Air Force, a double hero in my book, a real solid guy that, as far as I'm concerned, man, our support is always with you. To everybody out there, listen, thank you very much for having joined us. Mike, anything you want to leave us with tonight?
I'm enjoying one hell of a good cigar.
Mike's enjoying one hell of a good cigar. Seamus, come on, take us on. What you got?
I have one question for Dr. Oscar. Have you ever, I almost said smoked, have you ever drank Proper 12 whiskey?
I don't think I have, but the name sounds familiar.
Okay, so when you have time to come up here, I'll get a bottle of Proper 12, and we'll try that with one of your cigars. Because you were saying you like the smokiness of the Scotch, but you mentioned a lot of other, like the cognac and rums that were a little sweeter. I think the Proper 12 has that little bit of smokiness with the sweeter notes that would probably go really well with any one of your cigars.
I think it's
And it's a fantastic Irish whiskey, by the way. It's owned by McGregor, right?
I don't know if he owns it, but he's definitely got a big hand.
That mixed martial arts guy. He's got a hand in that. But I've had it,
really?
and it's a really good Irish whiskey. Yes. But again, everybody, and Oscar, thank you very much. We enjoy having this, and we enjoy doing this. But we also realize people got stuff to do at night times, and you got a lot that you got on your plate as well. I'm not gonna hold you up.
I'm on my way inside. I got to call them inside. Let them know that I'm here.
That's the man. For all of us, we're gonna leave you, man, with just nothing but blessings to you. And remember, everybody, smoke well because we all do. God bless everybody, and thank you very much, Oscar.
Thank you, Oscar.
Take care.